continue with Drk-Drsya Viveka. So last week we had an introductory session, but this time we have gone through, most of us, all of us have gone through the videos of Sri Prabhuji, the preliminary talks in Kannada, but I guess it was very easy to understand also. Not a big deal for those who prefer English. So what the format of these sessions are going to be, one among us will be, every week, one among us will take charge. And, we will prepare questions on the selected videos and we will ask questions to the rest of us. So like this, we'll each of us take turns. So how will it help? It'll help in more, the more we listen and as a person who needs to teach it or ask questions to others, it's another level of understanding will open up. So we will all take turns in doing that. No need to get worried about it. Whoever is volunteering for it, for now, we will take the chance. So this time, today we'll start with Indira. So I trust all of us have gone through the talks by Sri Prabhuji, including all the new members, Narsimurti and the rest of us. So Indira will ask some basic questions based on those talks. Let us see how we can go about it. Indira ji, you can start.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
This is the Drk-Drsya Viveka. And what is Prakarana Grantha and who is the author?
Indra, you don't want to, this one, is it?
Video? Yeah, I'll on it.
Please, at least while you are the host, it will be nice.
Yes. So what is Prakarana Grantha and who is the author of this Grantha?
What is the Prakarana? What is the meaning of Prakarana Grantha? All right. Who wants to answer this? Anyone can put up their hands and volunteer to answer. What is the Prakarana Grantha? Helipa?
I will answer part of it. Vidyaranya is the author of this. He is from the time of Vijayanagara Empire, from the Hakka-Bukka dynasty. He wrote this, but there was a doubt whether Adi Shankara had written it. But later on, Pandits came to the conclusion it was Vidyaranya who had written it. About Prakarana Grantha, I'm just hesitating. I'm hesitating about it. I've read it, but I'm hesitating. Yeah.
Aito, Lakshmi ji heltira?
Prakarana Grantha means it is because Bhagavata, Veda, Purana, Upanishad are very huge and very, very in a very, very descriptive way. So our ancient munis are kind enough to condense it and make it in a very simple way. And you can call it as a summary either of Bhagavata or Veda, Upanishad and Purana. That particular kind of book, Grantha, has been called as Prakarana Grantha.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else wants to add to it? What is the Prakarana Grantha? Really, sir? You want to say something?
Actually, Prakarana word itself is self-explanatory, I think. Prakarana means a particular case. In normal spoken language, we can say case study. In this, in our context, it is like a case study of for our Viveka.
Case study. Okay.
And terms and terminologies and definitions. Whereas Shruti is exhaustive and it should be presented in its entirety because there should not be any scope for any loopholes or any scope for anybody to interpret it. Common people like us, we don't know Sanskrit. At least I don't know Sanskrit. To read itself, to read Veda or Upanishad itself, I think without Jagadguru's Bhashya, it is impossible to understand or interpret Upanishads. So, Upanishad is also an approach, as one of the videos, as Prabhuji has rightly mentioned, whole of spirituality is kind of reaching the truth. Reach there, achieve that, there are multiple ways. And in this case, in case of Drk-Drsya Viveka, we use this discrimination to rule out all the things which are not Satya or reality.
Okay.
So, peel off all the unreal stuff, and at the end, we are left with the real stuff, which is conscious, which is aware, and which is the Adhara, and it is which is Adhara for everything. But it is Niradhara, for which there is no Adhara.
Well put. Yeah.
This is what.
Very nice. Very well, elaborated. You elaborated it very well. Anybody else wants to add? Will Indra add something to that? What does Prabhuji say? What is the Prakarana Grantha is all about? Just
It's
one word he has used. Yeah.
Yeah, supplementary text.
It's a supplementary text. It is not a main text. Andre, it is not whole by itself. It's a supplementary text. One of the texts that you can study to understand the bigger picture. Okay, done. Very nice. Amale, next Indra.
Yeah, next question is, what is spirituality? Adhyatma.
What is Adhyatma? Anybody can pitch in here? Anupama?
Spirituality is knowing who I am, what I am. A journey towards, not a outer journey, it is an inner journey, that is spirituality.
Very nice. Okay. Vaishnavi ma'am, can you speak?
Yes, ma'am, I just came home. I'm just getting into this.
You need to take. Okay.
Can I?
Yes, Lakshmi ji.
Yeah, as per Guruji's this one, referring to Drk-Drsya Viveka, if you're referring this Drk-Drsya Viveka, Adhyatma means to understand, Atmajyana means to understand and discriminate between the Drik and Drshya, that is seer and seen. How you are identifying the seer and what is seer, what is seen, and what exactly that Viveka you have to exercise. That is Atmajnana in this particular reference.
Adhyatma alva kelidu.
Adhyatma, sorry. Adhyatma.
Okay. ಇನ್ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಎಲ್ಲ everybody can answer all questions. If you are bringing in a new perspective, please, you're most welcome. Yeah. ಹೇಳಿಪ್ಪ ನರಸಿಂಹಮೂರ್ತಿ.
This is, I'm sorry, this is outside of Guruji has mentioned. This is layman's perspective I am thinking. The current way of my living, I feel there is a problem. The way I am living, the way I am experiencing my life is not satisfactory or not helping me. It is becoming suffering. So, whichever the way I try to acquire this thing, I'll feel happy. Okay, once once I get it, it stays for a very short period of time.
Right.
And gradually it fades off.
Okay.
So one more event, yet another event. This keeps on going. And if we observe it carefully, it is a loop. It is a circle, infinite circle which is going on.
Right.
And fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. Personally, I started feeling this since 2004. This
Very
is not, somehow my intuition was telling me this is not life.
very good.
Ever since that, I was not able to work at all. It was pestering me so much. I was not able to concentrate my work. I was working in a software industry. So it was very difficult for me. It was not allowing me somehow. This is not, it was asking for something else, which I don't know. Else around me was able to guide me.
Very interesting.
So it goes, whatever I say is goes by experience. So nothing, whatever I change the job, get good salary, acquire some object, build a house, good education for the child, trips, everything was temporal. Temporary.
I mean, you mean it didn't give you happiness, the kind of happiness you expected. Is that right?
There is no expectation. It doesn't remain.
It doesn't remain.
It comes and goes. It pops up.
It's a loop.
Yeah, it's there for some time. For example, I buy a car. I bought it. I drive it for 1 week. Next week, it is already old car. And mind's craving for something else. So, is this what the life is? So, I did not get an answer in any of the worldly, sensory perception, from the sensory perception. So, maybe Prabhuji's and Swami Sarvapriyamananda videos and Chinmaya Mission, Swami Aparajitanandaji.
Very good.
So, I found that answer. So, this is Adhyatma.
Adhyatma is a very broad word, actually. Spirituality is a very broad word. Following the eternal laws of Sanatan Dharma can be called spirituality.
Following the eternal understanding.
Understanding all the four Purusharthas, understanding all the four Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, and following it to whatever great extent we can. Will that come under spirituality? Religious duties?
Last part, when you embark on the last moksha part, then you are embarking on spirituality.
Okay.
It's all still worldly only. Dharma, Artha, Kama. I mean, where Dharma is the base, Artha and Kama, it is still worldly pursuits.
Okay.
When it comes to the moksha part, you start questioning, like Narsimurti ji just expressed, Ishtana, Jivana anta questions bandaga, adu Adhyatmat kade karkondu hogutte.
Okay.
Yeah. Vaishnavi, you wanted to say something about what is spirituality, what is Adhyatma?
It would be very layman terms in comparison to what I just heard. But the inward journey, for me, when I, of late, when I realized that sometimes, I'm given assignments. Sometimes I find joy in something. Sometimes it's not to the extent that I expected. Then I realized that if we were in pursuit of joy and happiness around us, there is no end to it and there is no direction to it. I don't know where I will find. Then I somehow I came across something. It's a truth. That the truth is what we must always search for, and the truth is what lies in the right knowledge and the right thoughts that come out of it. And that journey of finding the truth, and through that the happiness and the ananda that you get it, and the best part about this journey inward is that the goals and the means are equally joyful.
The journey is very joyful.
Yes, and apart from the sensory journeys, where the journey may be very joyful, but the end goal may not last. But it is not here. And
Mm.
despite and after that, after you've begun the journey, there is no turning back.
Mm.
Because there is nothing else that will give the equivalent amount of pleasure
Right.
or the stability. So then I think for me as a layman person, for me that journey inside to
Mm.
find who I am and why I am in existence
Yes.
is Adhyatma.
Beautiful. And about regarding no turning back, Krishna adds in the Gita, says in the Gita, when you embark on the journey, swalpamapi abhyasya trayate mahato bhayat. There is no side effects. Embarking on this path, there are no side effects. There is no failure. And even a little practice on this path will rid you of the greatest fear. Whatever fear you have. The greatest fear, what is your greatest fear? Anybody? What is your greatest fear, Vaishnavi? If any.
Maybe losing the people I love.
Yeah, I guess that would apply to all of us. So
My-
that fear also will go away. Just imagine the kind of joy one can get through Adhyatma. So beautiful, very nice. So what has Guruji, yeah, all answers are very valid. Anybody else wants to pitch in here or Indra?
Ma'am, I always had a problem with the word truth. Truth being used uh, exhaustively in throughout many of the Adhyatma sessions. So truth is actually initially I had very difficulty in understanding. Why do I need to crave for truth? Why do I long for truth?
Then?
So what is the truth? I wanted to understand. Then indirectly, what understanding I got was something which is permanent, which is always there, something which is not modified, something that doesn't undergo change.
Right.
So is that what we are referring to as truth?
Correct.
Yeah.
Truth is something which is an independent reality, it is not a dependent reality. It is there, stands by itself, it shines by itself.
So I am, and
Kasha.
it is a source.
Yeah. And
So
why am I seeking it is because I am the truth anta tilkodake.
yes.
Because I
No,
am
no.
my own
Yeah.
identity. I am that, but I have forgotten it. So, but somehow in me, I know that I am that, so I seek it or something like that. Yeah.
Why should anybody want to see the truth? Actually, if we look at if we okay.
Seek or see. What did you say? Seek.
Yes. See both.
Why anta kelta idira?
Why one should go for truth? For example, in my understanding, either the present situation is not giving satisfaction, and I am struggling, and I have lot of difficulty. To come out of the difficulty is one possibility.
Right.
Why I should get into spirituality, or why I should know the truth? Because what I am living is not true, because it is harming me emotionally, psychologically, and
Yeah. Are you asking or you want to answer it?
I am asking.
I'm asking the simple answer, as far as I can know, is because it's one of the purusharthas. It is the goal of human life.
Okay.
God has said it, no? Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Moksha is the purpose of life. That's why I'm saying. Okay?
Yes.
It's Apta Vakya of the Vedas, Veda Vakya. Okay,
Yes.
Indira, you want to add to what is spirituality? Indira, you're muted.
It is to understand the relation between subject object, remove the confusion between the subject object concepts. Atma, Anatma, Viveka.
In this particular context, Guruji has said that Adhyatma in this context is to understand. Yeah, okay, fine. That's what Lakshmi ji also said, right, in the beginning. Okay, very good. So next question is,
This is what is Atma, Anatma?
what
is
is Atma and what is Anatma?
At-
Okay. Anybody who wants to pitch in here? Shailan Karana. Shaila madam, what is Atma? What is Anatma?
Hari Om all.
Hari Om.
Atma is Shuddha Chaitanya. It doesn't change. It is forever. And Anatma is keep changing, like giving the example of like three Drk-Drsya Vivekas. First, through the sense organs, the eye sees the objects, and on modification of the eyes, it goes to the mind, and the eyes will be the Drishyam. This one will be the Drak. And finally, the pure consciousness, Shuddha Chaitanya, Drak, and the Drishya will be changing. So this is Atma. Pure consciousness is Atma, and Drishya is
Everything else is Anatma.
Anatma. Yes,
Think
yes.
so simple. Consciousness is Atma, everything else
This is Anatma.
Is Anatma.
Anatma. That
Atma is subject and Anatma is object.
is Atma is subject, Anatma is object. Yes, simple. Done.
And yeah, Chaitanya and Jada.
Chetana and Jada. Correct. Jada is that which is not Swaprakasha. Isn't it? Jada andre enappa?
No energy. No energy.
Inert.
No Chaitanya on its own.
Correct. Okay, fairly simple, I guess. Next, Indra. You are muted, dear. Yeah.
What is Viveka?
What is Viveka? Yes. We will ask Anupama to tell us something about Viveka.
Viveka is the clarity that we gain through the proper understanding and understanding our misunderstanding. It is a way of unlearning to understand and realize the truth.
Okay, fine.
Viveka actually points to the clarity that we gain in understanding what is Atma and Anatma, or Satya or Mithya, and staying to that Satya or Atma in our day-to-day life, in all the activities we do, and the thoughts that pop up in our mind, everything. So that our journey, spiritual journey, is stable and it keeps moving, a path towards moksha. That is Viveka.
Very nice. Anybody else wants to add? Jayashree?
It's power of discrimination. As she said, simply put, power of discrimination between Nitya, Anitya, Satya, Asatya, Chaitanya, Jada, everything. It's the power of discrimination in the path.
Okay, power of correct appa. Done. Amale. Who else? Innenappa Viveka andre? Okay. We apply, all of us have some Viveka in life, no? On a daily basis. That's what Guruji says, tells in the Idu. We have Viveka, whether to buy from this shop or that shop, which is a better bargain, which is a better school for my child to go to. All that Viveka we have been employing through our lives. This is a special Viveka that is required for Adhyatma.
Yes, once you apply it in your
inward, going inward and apply Viveka.
Yes.
There's one special kind of terminology that is used in Vedanta for this Adhyatmika Viveka. Viveka between Shreyas and Preyas. Shreyas is what is good for my inner journey, inward growth, for moksha, for the last Purushartha.
Long term.
Long term. Only the only one which matters. Shreyas. Preyas is what I love to do all the time. For that also, I use a lot of Viveka. What I like, what I don't like, what is good for my family, what is not good for my family. All that we use. Prayers, we are very much experts in using for prayers. The same Viveka we have to use for Shreyas. To discard the prayers and choose the Shreyas all the time. That Viveka we need for spiritual journey. For example, if 4 o'clock we had some other appointment at Ditko, which we can skip, as opposed to attending this class. They will have to apply Shreyas and prayers. That kind of. Okay. Yes, Indra, anything more you want to add?
Why do we need Viveka?
I think we just.
Again, Shreyas prayers.
Shreyas.
Okay.
Right.
What is Drak?
Next question is, what is
Drak?
What is the meaning of Drak? Yes, now we are coming into the digging our heels into that topic. What is Drak?
Drak is the
If I may
seer.
add to the scope of definition of Viveka.
Yes,
Shankaracharya had noted a treatise called Viveka Chudamani. So there also in the beginning he says that Jantunam Nara Janma Durlabha Mata.
Okay.
And the journey of this spiritual attainment, the attainment of the real jnana. It talks about Manushyatvam, Mumukshatvam, Mahapurusha Samshraya, and the importance of the Guru in that journey. And he's the one who helps you to discern between what is required. Anything that is required is the truth. In that journey, what you need is the truth, and what you don't need is is anything apart from the truth. What prepares you for the journey is the truth.
Yes.
So that differentiation is Viveka.
Very beautiful. Lovely. So well said, no? Beautiful. Thank you, Vaishnavi. Okay. So coming to what is Drak? Somebody had started explaining. What is Drak? You may please unmute whoever had started. Anupama, no? Yes.
Drak is the seer. And Guruji says 3 layers of seers. When I just see the world, the eyes are the seer and the objects we see is the seen. And how the eyes see, if we take in that sense, and mind is the seer and eyes are seen. But actually, even more getting into the topic, our witness, being witness and conscious, and the conscious is the seer and everything else is seen.
Done. Class over. Anupama. Yes. Anything else can be added to this? What is Drak? Anupama, I have a neighbor who is born blind. How shall I explain this to that person?
She may be blind, but her mind, and she's also the pure consciousness, no? So the mind concept, we can explain her what you can see through touch or smell. Those are all those are all seen. And the mind, our emotions, everything is seen, and there is somebody who is witnessing all these dramas.
That is fine. The first level itself, the Drishya, the Drak, the seer is just not, it doesn't imply only to the eyes. It implies to all the sense organs.
Sense organs.
Yeah. So whatever I hear, whatever I taste, touch, smell, all that is Drak only. Yeah. All that will be the subject at one level. Okay. So Drak and Drsya, we have defined. Indra. What next?
So what is Drk-Drsya Viveka?
Jayashree wants to say something?
No.
Okay, fine. Next.
I mean, I wanted to go to the next stage, but the questions will come. Okay, I'm waiting.
Okay, carry on.
So what is the essence of this book, Drk-Drsya Viveka?
Yes, you can go for that, Jayashree. What is the essence of this whole thing? Yeah.
See, Druk and Drishya, Drishya can see the Druk. I mean, Druk can see Drishya, but the Drishya cannot see itself. The eyes cannot see itself. The seer can see everything. The seen cannot. Am I going right?
No, you carry on.
So, the witness can see everything, but it cannot see itself. That is, that's it.
Okay.
They're very different from each other.
The
Druk and Drisha are very different. They're not the same person. They're not the same thing. So one is subject, one is object. That's it.
Anybody else? Everyone should. Yes.
The essence is to bring the clarity of who is the seer. When that clarity is come, and that is final, everything else is seen.
When the clarity comes, everything else is final. Everything else is seen. Okay.
And also, it is said that seer and seen are separate. They are not one.
That's another great point that comes out of this.
Yes, they are not one, and they definitely cannot see each other. I mean, seer cannot see the seen, Drishya cannot see the Druk. That already Jayashree has told that. So this point I thought, okay, let me. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Narsimurthy, you want to add to that? What is the essence of this Drk-Drsya Viveka?
Purnimaji, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
When we become clear and realize that who is the seer, then there will be no seen, right? Only seer will be there, right?
That's the ultimate.
I think we are discussing only the initially how it takes from lower level to that next level. I think in the first shloka says only that. That's why Guruji has said as at that particular time it is separate. Maybe
it is my general question only I was asking.
Yeah,
I'm not asking pertaining to the first shloka.
What I would, from what I understand, when the seer and seen become one, the Triputi collapses. That is there. The seer, seen, and everything will collapse. But as long as the body-mind complex is functioning at the transactional level of reality, everything will be the same. Even for a Jivan Mukta and me, we will see this. We will still see the dualistic world only, and we'll transact with the dualistic world only. But with the underlying understanding that everything is consciousness. Isn't it? See, for example, you take Krishna. He was an avatara, not just a Jivan Mukta. He knew that everything is him only. But how did he conduct his life? Did the world vanish for him?
No.
Then you have to conduct yourself in the transactional world with a better understanding, with this new understanding that everything is consciousness, and with an enhanced feeling of dharma, what is adharma, all that clarity, that confusion will not be there at all for the Jivan Mukta. How Arjuna got a confusion, should I fight, shouldn't fight, those confusions are not there for a Jivan Mukta. For him, he sees the seer will become the seen. The meaning of that is the bodies will not merge, objects will not come and hit me. Thank God. Isn't it? For the Jivan Mukta, because the physicality is there. The physical body-mind complex is there for each and everything. Ishvara Srishti, everything has got a name and form. No. That will still be there. When, see, in my dream, everything will go on as usual. Only when I wake up, I say, oh, it was a dream. But in the dream, if I'm awake in the dream also, I will forget about the dream. Take the screen, movie experience. We know it's all tamasha is happening, but still we get involved in it. It won't affect. As long as the movie is going on, you will get involved in it as far as enjoying the scenes, crying with the hero or heroine and sympathizing with the characters. All that will happen. But then there's a level of detachment always in the background. Isn't it, Anupama?
Yeah, yes.
That is how life is being conducted for a Jivan Mukta. Everything, in fact, all the Navarasa, Krishna is called the Navarasa Nayaka. Nothing, he will cry, he will laugh, he will play, he will joke, everything he will do. But the detachment is there, no. Detachment is there, which we don't have as of now. We take it to be very real. Then who was supposed to, Narsimurti was supposed to share what is the essence of Drk-Drsya Viveka. And maybe Vaishnavi if she wishes. Anyone, please volunteer.
Yeah, actually, as I mentioned in the beginning, peeling off all unreal stuff and at personal level, peeling off all unreal stuff and establish myself in the reality. Extrapolate and extend this. In one of the videos, Prabhuji has rightly mentioned, he extends it to 3 more people sitting there, and all of them are seeing. And seer there is seer different for those 3 people? No, it is impersonal awareness. Only the manifestation, I would say, mind is the manifestation for transactional reality. So only that manifestation is person specific.
Very beautiful. Correct.
That is where Pratibhasika Satta comes into play. As you rightly said, maybe transactional reality and absolute reality only matters for the one who has got the knowledge.
Right. Very nice. Yes. Yes, Jesh.
We think I'm seeing, mind thinks I'm experiencing, but by going through Drk-Drsya Viveka, we realize they're all adasa, he says,
adhyasa. Adhyasa, superimposition.
Adhyasa. They're all wrong impressions of understanding of seeing. The real seer is the consciousness.
So what happens with this understanding? What happens when this understanding comes, that is the consciousness?
No, we won't get attached to wrong impressions in the life. We can develop detachment. Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom. There's a freedom.
Freedom.
There's a freedom to experience. Yeah, right. Okay.
Ajnana will be removed.
Ajnana of what? There's so many kinds of ignorances. What ajnana is removed?
We'll come to know what is the real Drak and Drshya. By the time we finish this Grantha, the confusion between the Drak and Drshya will be removed. So the object subject clarity will get, and that, so by this we'll remove the Ajnana. What is Atma, Anatma, all those clarity will come.
See, forget about the terms Atma, Anatma. What is the Ajnana that I have right now? Basic Ajnana.
BMI
body mind complex.
I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. That is the basic Ajnana that all of us are under, delusion. That Ajnana will go. Okay, fine. Anybody else? Vaishnavi, you want to pitch in? Shaila? Okay.
I'm very peaceful and I won't be in the past or in the future.
with when the Ajnana goes, is it? Is that what
Yes,
you're
yes,
saying?
when I'm,
When the Ajnana goes, you
yes,
won't
yes,
be in
yes.
the past or future, you will be in the present and you'll be peaceful. Why?
Because
What?
I won't relate it to body-mind complex.
Okay.
Because past is always about our regrets and future is always about our hope. Being in the present moment, you are with I'm here and now. So you're not carried away by your thoughts. Carried away by your thoughts, and so you're not deluded.
Okay. Yeah, correct. Well said. That's right. Okay. Anybody else wants to add to what is the essence of Drk-Drsya Viveka? Are there any more questions, Indira, regarding this?
No, I mean, now we go to the next thing, more detail of Drak and Drishya. The superimposition on all those things.
No, this is the 5 videos. This is it, is it?
No, it is all still there, Purnimaji. Now only we're just starting.
Oh, continue. Next
question will be, how is scene superimposed on the seer?
How is the scene superimposed on the seer?
That can be explained with few examples also, what Prabhuji has told.
Yes, who wants to take very important and critical question? How is this superimposition happening? Yaar heltira?
I think my eyes are seeing. Eyes are being superimposed on the witness seer. The mind thinks, the mind says, I'm the one who has the knowledge. The superimposition of mind on the witness is happening. This is superimposition of mind and eyes on the real seer. On anything, on a Goda or anything. One example.
Correct. Okay. Anybody else? This is a very important question.
Prabhuji also gave the train example.
Yep.
The train where I am sitting is it's not moving. The other train is moving. So it's an illusion for me that the train in which I am sitting, that itself is moving.
That is
which is moving.
Correct. Very correct.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
So to extend this further, the critical adhyaropa, which is actually pestering, which is actually pestering all of us, pestering the mankind, is the ahankara and its doership. Ahankara is overlaying or superimposing on the real true self.
Yeah, it is claiming doership.
And claims it as doership. And it is part of Antakarana Chatushtaya. That is high level mind, whatever we say. It sits in between, it acts as an interface between the external world and the innermost source.
Right. Very nice. Okay.
So this is where actually all the problems, all the solution lies.
We can also say that. Oh, sorry, please continue.
And this is where this adhyaropa, adhyasa, adhyaropa, all this happening because at the mind level, and we have chitta. This manas and chitta, which interacts, and there is translation, interpretation that happens. At the end of that interpretation, that ahankara is attached, projected itself as me.
Right.
So, if we look at the source, the real witness, it is, in my case, it is always there. Ever since I born, it is not even broken for a second. It is an infinite straight line which is moving. Not even a second, not even a fraction of second, not even a kshana. I mean, between two thoughts, whatever it's there. It is continuous and ever present. But the thought that arises fragments them, gives an illusion of fragmenting that continuous entity, which is actually always present, which gives an on-off kind of notion.
And on the contrary, the thoughts are not continuous.
Yes. The thoughts are giving the fragment.
Thoughts are fragmented, but we feel it is continuous because we cannot recognize the break in between.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yes, Narsimha. Anupama, you wanted to say something about how this adhyaropa happens? How the superimposition? How is the...
As Narasimhaji said, it is our ego that takes the doership and clouds the truth and our forgotten knowledge about the truth.
All right. Yeah. Any more? Vaishnavi, you want to say something? How this adhyasa or adhyaropa happens?
Ma'am, the capacity of the mind to perceive is infinite. It is Ananta and Anu and Sukshma.
Okay.
But the scope and the capacity of the sense organs is limited.
Correct.
So I may be looking at something. If it is the power of the mind that is enabling all the visual or the effect of the sense organs to be a continuous entity. It is not exactly the work of the sense organ. It is only transmitting. But to make something tangible out of what it has felt is the mind's work.
Right.
So the scope of the functioning of the mind is far greater than, and what it can do is beyond what the physical organs can do. That's what I think.
Correct, because Sukshma, no?
Yes.
The Karmendriyas are there and then the Gnanendriyas.
Gnanendriyas, yes.
It is more subtle. So,
yes.
Correct.
Ma'am, did you say mind is Ananta?
Somebody said, yeah, what did she say?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. In the sense that the capacity is Ananta. Anu and Sukshma is what
it cannot be Ananta because mind, Ananta is only one. Sachidananda only is Satyam Ganam Anantam Brahma. So mind cannot be at one level. At our level, we have to discriminate between this Anantate and the Brahman.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a question.
But the mind of Ishvara is Ananta, definitely, but not of the Jiva.
Okay.
I have a specific question there. The mind has 4 functionalities. Which functionality of the mind you are trying to say is infinite?
That's what we just clarified, no? Because as the Ishvara, as the mind of Ishvara is Ananta only. It's all pervading, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, Ananta, Ishvara. But as far as Jiva is concerned, completely limited. Ishvara is nothing but Brahman, alva. Ishvara means the Jagat Karana Brahma is Ananta only.
Yes. Now, I wanted to dissect it a little bit. Ahankara cannot be infinite. Chitta cannot be infinite because it's a memory. It is a storage. It should be limited. Then Ahankara by nature it is limited.
Correct. Everything is limited. As for the Jiva, it's everything is limited.
I would like to quote something from Tarka Sangraha.
Yes,
It
please.
says Sukhadi Upalabdhi Sadhanam Indriyam Manaha. Sukhadi Upalabdhi Sadhanam Indriyam Manaha. Tadcha Pratyatma Niyatatvad Anantam Paramanurupam Nityam cha.
Okay, you please translate it.
Ha ma'am. Prati Atma Niyatatvad. Antandre, it is linked to every soul. It is infinite. It is Paramanu and Nityam. Mind is the internal organ which is the instrument in obtaining knowledge of pleasure and other feelings. It being linked with each human soul is innumerable.
Correct. So
Atomic,
we are talking of
the
infinity
physical plane.
of
Yes.
Ishvara only then.
Yes.
It's not about the individual jiva. It is about Ishvara.
Yes, ma'am.
It is about Sahasra Shirshaha Purushaha Sarasakshaha Sahasrapat. It's the same one Brahman who is operating through various jivas. In that sense, yes. Howdalvo. Correct, no? That's the only way this makes sense. Yeah.
But on the other hand, the manas, manas, when it is in quiescent state, which is not active, which is manas, which is absorbed in the source, absorbed in the Atman.
In deep sleep. Yeah.
Maybe in samadhi, nirvikalpa samadhi.
Yeah, we can understand deep sleep state. Okay, next. Yeah, tell.
So that is when the manas can attain the infinite. I mean, that is how one can, sentient being can experience the Chaitanya.
Correct.
Otherwise, it is Chit Abhasa, Chidabhasa.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
See, everything will become infinite once it merges with Brahman. If they only, when there is a separation only, it's all fragmented. And it becomes not Ananta, but limited. That's, yeah. Okay. What else is there for us, Indra? Question?
What are the qualities of Drak and Drishya?
What are the characteristics of a Drishya? How are they different? Okay. What is Drak and what it is not? What is Drishya and what is it not?
Drak is unchanging, Drishya is changing.
Very good. Correct. Point number 1. Second point, anyone? Drak is?
Drishyas are many.
Very correct.
For example, if we take the external world, the sense perception, we have eye can see many things and sense organs can see many things. Eye can see many things. Then when we come inwards, when we come to the mind level, all the sense perceptions dump information into the mind. So here 5:1 relation, 5:1 relation. And at the mind level, as we already know, Antakarana Chatushtaya, there are 4 functionalities. 4:1. Then when it goes down further to the source, the Chaitanya or Atman is the one, only one.
Right.
So this many to one relation.
Correct. Very correct. Done. Correct, Appa. ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ? ಶೈಲಾ, you have unmuted.
Drishya cannot see itself, but Drak can see the Drishya.
Very good. Drishya cannot. Drak cannot see itself. Isn't it? Is that what you meant?
Drak can see the Drishyam.
But it cannot see.
Drishya cannot see itself.
Allah, Shaila. For example, the eyes can see the flower, but the eyes cannot see itself.
See itself, yes.
Drak cannot see itself. The Drak cannot see itself.
And also, Drishya cannot see the seer.
Okay. Drishya also cannot see the, but I can
Yes.
see you. I mean, both of us are consciousness. We can see each other.
No, that is correct. Flower
But
cannot see my
that
eyes.
is as consciousness. That is from the Sakshi point of view. Okay. So
No,
as it is, if you take, so one, to know that there is a discrimination and to apply the Viveka, then basic to start with, seer cannot see the scene, and I mean seer is seen, but seer cannot see itself, and the scene cannot see it. They are completely separate. See, a scene cannot see anybody else. It is only a drishya. It is an object. The object cannot
see the subject. Correct.
Return its. It cannot see anything. That's why.
The object cannot see the subject. Yes. Correct, What do you think, everyone? Narsimurthy?
Yes, madam, that is correct. Flower cannot see my eyes. My eyes can see because there is no sentiency there. So for that matter, for you asked a question. You can see madam.
I can see madam. Yes.
You can see madam because the
being. Yeah. So I think you cannot apply that across, yeah, Sublakshmi, because sentient beings can see each other.
We can still apply, right? Because when I apply my Viveka, my body is jada, my mind is jada. So when you see madam is jada for you. You are seeing her body.
I transact with her as if she is she is not jada. I'm not seeing the body, no. I'm seeing as an entire personality, no. As it's complex.
As a consciousness, another consciousness that respond, the interaction, everything happens as a consciousness.
Sentient. I can interact with a sentient being.
So then the ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ as Narsimurthy gave the example, flower cannot see the seer. I am seeing a flower, but flower cannot see me back.
Correct.
Okay. Why this question has come? It's Guruji is trying to say the basic things first. Then we have to go to the next this one.
Correct.
So to understand basically we should know. Then slowly Guruji brings to us, takes us to seer and seen one the same everything. Guruji finally takes it there.
Correct.
But that means to say we have to develop that kind of discrimination for which that much studying is required.
Right.
So that is how Vidyaranya, in first shloka, he has not said anything. That Rupam Lochanam, only that much they have said. So slowly going one by one, it gives the complete detailed meaning.
Alala, first verse itself is quite complete. Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drak. Then Tadhi, what is the next line? Wait, I will pull up that shloka. And the last line is the Drugeva Natu Drishyate. The Dhi Drugeva Natu Drishyate. Druk cannot see Drishya.
That's what I'm telling you.
Complete.
No. What I'm Drukeva Nacha Drishyate.
Natu Drishyate.
So that is not same. They're telling in that sense it is not same.
The ultimate here will remain as the. We have not actually completely done the shloka. It says first level eyes is the seer, Rupam, Lochanam, Drak.
Rupam, Lochanam is Drishti.
Second level, eyes became the
seer. Seen. Manasu became the seer. And then in that next, Sakshi became the seer and Manasu became the seen. Okay.
But
so
that never be the seen.
Correct. Sakshi cannot be seen. Yeah.
But explanation
Manasu cannot see the Sakshi. Okay, correct. Sakshi can see that. That is what I meant to say.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah. So that was the last question. Like how to understand what is the real Drak? Is it attitude or mind or Sakshi? What is the real Drak? There are three seers. When we see something, object, there are three seers. First eyes, then the mind, and finally the Sakshi is witnessing. So who is the real Drak?
Who is the real Drak? So we all know the final answer, but to arrive at that understanding and to live that understanding is the whole sadhana.
That is all. Real Drak is
That is
only Sakshi, nobody else.
Nobody else. Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
So Narsimurti, ನೀವೇ ಒಂದ್ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, conscious with an infinite straight line. Something you said. Can you repeat what you said about that? Consciousness and about thought ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಅವಾಗ.
ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಇಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ಮೈ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್
ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕನ್ಸತ್ ನನಗೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಆಸ್ ಆತ್ಮ ಲೆವೆಲ್, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಆತ್ಮ ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ್ ಆರ್ ಒನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್, ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಮೈ BMI plus Atma. So since my birth, Atman is present every chana, every second, not even a fraction of second it was off. It was always on.
We can simply put it as I exist all the time. Satchit, I exist all the time. The consciousness exists all the time.
Exists all the time. ಅದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲೈಸ್ ಎ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್.
It's not movement.
That is time. There is no movement. It's just there. It is sat. It is there ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
Yes.
ಇನ್ನೇನಿಲ್ಲ. Okay. Anything else people want to add or ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Actually, when you see the other person, we see ಯಾವ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಶರೀರ ತ್ರಯ,
ಆ ತರ
ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ಸಟಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ಬಾಡಿ,
correct,
of them are
correct.
When I see a person, so post gnana, after attaining gnana, only for the transaction purpose I can see interact with name and form. Namarupa, I'll use Namarupa for Vyavahara. Namarupa Vyavahara. Otherwise, once Jnana is there and it is in force, then I can, when it is not, I am not required to transact with you, I can see myself in you. I can see myself in everywhere. That is Brahma Bhava, Brahmat.
Brahmakara Vritti.
Yes.
Okay. I think we have got all the basics right, so it's not a problem. The way we are expressing it is a little different. Okay, done. ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳೋದು, or can we close the session? Close? Okay. So next week is Sankranti. Okay, let me do the prayer first. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Prutyorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದಾತ್ಮ ಶಿವ ನಾನು ನಾನೇ. ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಹರಿಃ ಓಂ ತತ್ಸತ್. ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಹರಿಃ ಓಂ.